right, guys. Episode 374, take one.
Oh, that was a good clap.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a good clap.
Yes.
Wow.
Slaying it.
You slayed that.
I slayed the day. Slayed the day away. Felt like I was
Wow.
on a sleigh riding to Chicago today. A little icy.
I was so excited when I woke up and it was snowing.
We've had a couple of surprise dustings that we weren't expecting, and I'm here
take
for it.
I will take a dusting.
Oh, I'll take it.
I saw a funny, I know I'm not supposed to talk about politics, but I did see a funny meme that I have to say real quick.
Hopefully I think it's funny. Sometimes I don't get them.
Okay, well, this one's funny. It said that it was a meme. All it said, it was like black with white text. And it just said, I just crop dusted a man in a MAGA hat. No regrets.
Crop dusting is typically one of the most fun things to do. And if you burn a MAGA nose hairs while you're doing it, go for it.
And there's another guy out there somewhere in internet land who's training crows to fly down on people with red MAGA hats and then whisk it away. Just
take the hat?
Yeah, and like dive bomb
Pop
them.
it off?
Listen, we're all resisting in our own way. And that's enough of our political banter. I apologize.
Thank you.
Welcome to Cozy Conversations.
We'll see if the listener retention just falls off the cliff.
I don't care.
I know.
I'm just here and happy. Cheers.
Cheers.
I made you a oat milk cortado. Anthony, cheers.
Cheers.
I made you an oat milk cortado, you guys, today.
And it's delish.
It's delicious. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I have changed my espresso bean. I was hardcore La Colombe for years. And I have changed to Cafe Umbria, which you had at Bar Tutto.
No complaints.
None.
Give me more.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
I'm so glad you like it. The bean pulls so much better in our espresso machine, and so I've made the change.
Does the bean pull and give you that froth that you're looking for?
It gives you like that little white layer,
like a little layer at the
cream,
top.
like the crema at the top.
Yeah.
Yes. When I'm at a restaurant and I get an espresso and it's black as some people's hearts at the top, I don't like that. I need it to have that little foam.
Because it's not just about the taste and the effect. It's also visually.
Yes.
Like we're particular
I want
about
it to
our
be
coffee.
sexy.
And if it ain't sexy,
I don't want it. Take it back.
ain't good.
So as you can see, I care a lot about that. But we have our new segment, and I think people are kind of into it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dying to know, what are you caring less about lately?
I'm caring less about caring.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just caring. I was like racking my brain, and I'm like, what am I caring less about? Well, it's the things that I'm caring too much about, which I am filing under anxiety, because that is what I am. I was thinking like, what am I? I'm caring about, my family. I'm caring about health things. I'm caring about the state of the world. And I'm all those carings, and we know we need to care about
I have
the
a
things
question.
that matter.
When you say you're caring less about caring, what does that mean?
Just fucking, you know what it means.
Are you caring? So you're caring less that you care?
I'm just like,
or that you don't care?
Like noticing the things that I'm caring about and noticing that those are anxiety-driven thoughts.
Yep.
And so those are out the window.
That was a good whistle.
Thanks. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it did.
Did you watch One Battle After Another?
I started to, and I intend to finish it.
Well, I bring that up because there's a great scene where Leonardo DiCaprio does a certain kind of whistle that basically they're saying that he deserves an Oscar because he was talking to, I think, some Mexican people out in LA in the movie. And he does this very special whistle that I think it's like a cultural whistle.
Okay.
And he nailed it.
Well, it's Leo.
And it sounded like you can maybe pull one off too.
Oh my God.
The way he did it, if you guys have not seen this movie, it has to be seen. Anthony, how many times have you seen it in the movie theater?
3, and I'd like to go see it one more time. Yeah.
It is
fantastic. It's a theater movie.
Yeah.
I've gone with people just so that they will see it in the theater.
He just takes people to the movie. Whoever will go. You want to go with them?
Whoever wants to go, right in.
It depends.
I'll take a whole group.
I'll go.
Field trip.
It depends on what you're seeing.
Well, he wants.
If it's a 747 over my head, leave me behind.
It's so good. And Benicio del Toro was so fantastic. He plays the sensei. He plays like the karate or the guru. He's like
He comes later in this movie though, right?
He comes a bit later. He's a karate.
I haven't met him yet. I'm enjoying Sean Penn.
Please. Whoa, just buckle up. What a piece. He's so,
what
you
a
guys,
freak.
him smoking at the Golden Globes.
One of the greatest things.
He's my personality now.
Because he is who he is.
The joke about what's her face saying the host, I forget her name at the
Glazer,
moment.
Nikki Glazer said that
like,
he's
going the opposite way.
He's doing the opposite of what everybody else in Hollywood is doing. He is a
leather handbag.
An old leather handbag.
And he's killing it.
And he looks good.
Does he?
I think he looks great.
I can smell him from...
I'm more into like dirty old handbag.
Whoa, I didn't know this about you.
I didn't either. I just learned that about myself just now. But there's always been something about Sean Penn, and I think it's like because he's so fabulous at his job that he captivates me. Like, guys, what's your favorite Sean Penn flick?
Gosh, I kind of can't think of one.
Mystic River, anyone?
Yeah, that's a great movie. He plays the cop.
Holy shit.
Yeah, well, I really liked him in One Battle After Another, but he plays a
dark
giant piece
psychopath.
Of shit. Yes.
Yeah, he is good in that.
But he was so good in it.
Yeah.
At least what I've seen so far.
Keep watching.
I don't want to say what else I'm watching yet. Because,
I know you say that because we're still going through the care less.
Yeah.
So you're caring less
I'm
about
caring. Yeah, just period. Because caring too much for me feels a lot like an anxious way of living.
Yeah, no, it is. I was actually having this conversation with someone this morning, about how our brains lie to us and they manufacture. And that's where my best case scenario New Year's mindset came from, that Buddhist monk I saw who was like, you can either go down the worry or you can reframe. And it takes work. I've been practicing, but it takes work.
Well, I was just having this conversation with Mia. We were talking about anxiety and the lies we tell ourselves. And I was like, listen, I'm like, the brain is a very powerful thing. And we have a tendency to just fill our own heads with one lie after another. But once you start to recognize what a pathological liar you have living inside your head and you counter it, you become
healing.
You become like the master.
Yeah, it's like a ninja.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I am caring about, I'm caring less about prioritizing my wellness, saying no to plans. Like last night, I had to cancel plans. I had dinner with some girlfriends. I couldn't go. I didn't feel well. I could have gone, but I think that's gross. I don't feel well. I don't want to get anyone else sick. And like, I would have felt like shit this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's A. Mm-hmm. And then recently I had to back off on some work stuff outside of this organization because I was becoming anxious over it.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that I have to care less about, unfortunately, and I just have to care less about what other people might think. And sometimes you have to protect yourself.
Yes.
Because I was starting to feel depleted.
And I did not really know that, Lauren. Like, you didn't really share. I mean, you shared.
Because I just try to get everything done.
Yeah, you shared. But you know what? Like, that's such a huge growth moment too, I think, just for people in general. When we get to a point in our life when we realize like, no, this doesn't feel right. Like, I'm waking up feeling like I have the Sunday scaries or whatever.
Yeah, I was having like a low vibe of scaries all the time. And the thing is, like, it has taken me, believe it or not, 3 years to sometimes realize that really my main priority is Luna. And I'm a working woman and I love working. And I kind of sometimes put those two on the same, like I try to put them on the same like level, but Luna comes before all that. Yeah. And, like if I don't get something done because I'm doing something with Luna, that's okay. So be it. Mm-hmm. Just I don't want to have any guilt, like I don't spend enough time with her. And we spend so much time together that I feel great about that.
You're really in a good position, and I envy you a little bit because I definitely did not. I was riddled with guilt in the early years.
I think part of your story plays a role in my decision making and what you've shared with me. So thank you. I'm sorry that happened to you, but it worked for me.
No, I mean, that's the beauty of, I guess that's the beauty of being
story.
sharing, and also you get to learn because you're third in the birth order and we're so tight, you get to learn from my experience and go in a different direction. I mean, it's a real weird place to be when you have to choose who's going to take care of your kid during the day when they have a fever and don't feel good because you have to go to work. Like, there is nothing more shitty than having to make that choice.
Yeah.
And if you can make that choice, make that choice.
Yeah, it feels good, being an entrepreneur and having your own business and then working for another small business. There's still a shit ton of responsibility. And I love working and having responsibility. I love collaborating with you with the other job that I have. But it just, we're in a moment right now with Luna. She's 3. There's a lot that she needs. And I want to make sure I don't
miss it.
Yeah, I don't want to miss it. And it really does.
Precious.
It's so precious. It's so cute. And I really am valuing like the time that her and I and our little family get to hang out. Like tonight's fucking pizza night, movie night, man.
Yeah,
every Friday.
man.
That's something new we started.
Cute.
Yep, every Friday. We kind of amp it up.
And you guys are really bringing up a proper homebody. She does like to be cozy, which is a real nice and by design.
Anthony's like, she's such a couch potato.
She's a total.
Do you want to get cozy with me? Like, how do you say no?
No,
you
what are you
don't.
supposed to say? Like, sorry, I can't. No, you stop what you're doing. You get cozy with your 3-year-old. It's the
Then
cutest
she
thing.
starts
God.
tackling me.
They have a special love affair, these two. It's very cute.
Yesterday I felt bad, you guys, because Will came into the kitchen when I was downstairs before school and work day started. And he came and he sat down and I was in the midst of something. And he sat and he was like, he didn't have his phone or anything. And I continued to do my thing because I was like locked in. And he just quietly got up and left and walked away. And I was like,
did you tell him to come back?
It didn't register with me until like moments later. I was like, what the fuck, you dumb, stupid person. Like, your son just sat down.
Was he trying to wait for you and like get your attention?
He was just like joining in. Like, he wasn't like, I don't need anything.
No, he just was like present.
He was there. And I really missed
opportunity.
it. I really did. I really did.
How do you feel now?
You know what? I beat myself, Anthony.
You're giving yourself lashings.
Oh my God. I gave myself 86 lashings. And then yesterday though, he got in the car after practice and he's wrestling right now and he's been on the cut, as they say. So he's always watching his weight, but every Saturday he eats a lot. And he's like, this Saturday, he's like, as soon as I get home from my wrestling meet, I'm going to come right home from a shower. And he goes, I want you guys he goes, can we please go to Santiago's? He goes, I want to sit at the bar. He's like, because they let him sit there.
Love that.
And he's like, then there's like, if there's a game on or whatever. And he's like, and then on Sunday morning after my ACT, tutoring, can we go for brunch? And I was like,
where are you gonna go?
You have to go to Milk Stop. And I was like, the answer is yes.
Yeah, I'll do anything.
Whatever you want.
Well, you have the ability sometimes of hyper focus, and I feel like you're good at like,
and can be harmful to the people around me.
You're such a good mom. Don't beat yourself.
I am, but you can't help but like, judge, beat, cane.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Could we talk about our mom for a minute?
Could we please?
Yeah, I want to.
I feel like she's been coming up a lot lately.
She has been. Well, we talked about this. I dreamt about her on your birthday night. I had been looking at photos of her. Oftentimes,
she probably tried to knock on my dream door, and
she was like, "Oh,
shut.
she's hyper focused. She's focused on something."
So I'll go visit Lauren. Send her a message.
And I told you, I had my dream was I was on the phone with mom, and I'm like, I'm going to come and meet you guys. I'll be right there. And when I walked into this restaurant where you guys were, don't know what it was. I thought I was meeting mom, but I kept saying like, I'll meet you there. And when I walked in, you and mom were sitting there having like a little bite to eat together. And she looked happy and healthy.
Did she?
Yes. I remember when you were like, does she have any messages for me? She does. She didn't like have one in my mind.
Yeah.
But I thought if I were a dream interpreter, the interpretation would be that she enjoyed spending time with you and that she loves you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Tell her next time you see her, tell her I said thanks. I'm right back at you.
That was special. And then I had what you're having right now, like the cries. My friend Lauren was looking at photos of her parents' wedding, and our mom and dad stood up in their wedding. And so she randomly text messaged me this beautiful photo of mom and dad. And it like stopped me in my tracks.
Can you please show it? Hold it up to the camera.
Let me see
because I feel like anyone that's watching needs to see and look what our gorgeous, happy parents.
Look at this.
Gorgeous. So cute, so young, so happy. They weren't broke and trying to raise 5 kids.
No, not yet. So yeah, that's our dad and mom. And that my little neck scarf is an homage to this photo today. And so, yeah, I found this at Mango. I didn't mean to like go looking for one. I literally walked past it. I was like, oh my God, that looks just like the freaking scarf in the photo.
It really does. Every time you say Mango, I think of
the guy.
Is it Catan? Chris Catan from SNL when he played that character.
That little like
the
monkey guy.
Man.
Mango was awesome.
Mango was awesome. But this photo really kind of like, it was kind of like a bomb when I saw it because I was just at home working on a Friday night and this photo like dropped in my lap and I was like, I've never seen it, and just their smiles. Really
like true joy.
Yeah. So I was telling you before we started recording, Anthony's adjusted it a bit. We're going to frame it for the house. I don't have any photos of my parents framed.
That's a cool picture.
And it's a great photo. I might even put in like Luna's room or something. But then we've started we talk about June. Grandma June is what we call her. And the other day, Luna asked about Grandma June and then said, I want to see Grandma June. Where is she? And of course, I'm sitting here like, yeah. And then my throat.
So you didn't use the old dark humor, dead as a doornail joke?
No, I haven't. Okay. We haven't talked to her. Yeah, Anthony, I didn't know how to respond. I go, well, Grandma June is Grandma June, and Anthony goes, Grandma June's with the stars.
Yeah,
and then,
of course, Anthony said that.
Yeah, and then he goes, she's up there with the clouds during the daytime and the stars at the nighttime. And I was like, what a beautiful way to explain that she's not here. You know,
and she's always here.
But she's always here. And he did say that. He's like, she's always watching you. So it's really cute. And I love hearing her say our mom's name, Grandma June.
Which is her name.
She's like, the same thing happens when she asks about like, where's Mufasa? She's been asking when I read her Lion King.
Yeah, because Mufasa died.
And like different books, cover it a different way. It'll be like Mufasa's like in the sky and Simba. Yeah. She's like, wait, isn't that Mufasa? And I'm like, well, no, Simba grew up. And that's Mufasa, and he's looking down on him. But yeah, it's...
Thank you for that, though.
I told Anthony, because we were talking before you arrived, and we were kind of talking about Luna's curiosity over our mom and stuff. And I was sharing, like, wait until she's a little bit older and she starts to, like, understand or the idea of death a little bit better and start connecting it. I was sharing, I remember when Mia... one day we were laying in bed, the deep talks happen at nighttime in bed, and she was like... So what happens when you die? And
great question.
And I was like, she's like, she was just very concerned with, here it comes.
Tell me.
How will I see you?
How old was she?
She was like 7 or 8.
She asked if I will see you when you die.
How will I see you? Will I see you again? And like, where will you be? And I was like, oh my God, I'm just trying to put you to sleep right now, but can you get me a tissue? Because I'm, you kind of riff. Like those are off the cuff moments where you're just winging it as a parent because no one prepares you for those conversations.
But what a beautiful question though. And also what inquiry, because like no one knows. It's one of the most outstanding mysteries of our existence. Of all the things that we know, we don't know.
So I lied to her face.
What'd you say?
I was like, yeah, you'll see me again. Damn straight, I'll be right there.
You're like, I'm never leaving you.
Always right there.
Poor Mia.
It was so sweet, but it was like that first time, like really like the getting bigger and like thinking about those bigger thoughts, like the finality of things and like the real things.
Yeah.
And those were not like my least favorite conversations.
I think they're beautiful.
It was sweet. It was so sweet, but I was just like, I left the room and I was like, boy, I was not prepared for that one.
No. And Luna asked me where do babies come from not long ago. And I was like, oh, we're not going to do that right yet. I said, but you came from me and daddy. I said, I tell her she's a product of our love.
That's good.
I stole that from a person who won a Nobel Peace Prize years ago he called up his parents, his old little parents who were crying on the phone. It was like a Zoom. He recorded it. And the mom was like shaky and old and was like, "You are a product of our love." And I was like, and that is going in our
That's
journey.
so sweet.
Yes.
A product of our love made in a petri dish right down the road.
Those sweet little ladies.
I've told the kids, I'm like, here's the deal, guys. We tried for quite some time, was not really making it happen. So we had went right to the old doctor, and they were like, we're gonna make a petri dish, right? Yes, you were. They carried you in.
I tell Luna if she's naughty, I'm going to send her back to the lab. Okay, switching gears here from dead mom to parties. You went to a board party in celebration of your birthday.
Yep.
You went to a board party that your friend Carrie hosted.
Yep.
And when I came to your house and you're like, what am I going to do with this board? You didn't quite know yet, but then you started sending me photos and this board party looked amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know that board parties, this is kind of like a trendy thing. Like all these young ladies, I'm seeing like the young college girls and stuff, they're all doing their board parties.
Tell us about it.
So this is a bring your own, it's a BYOB.
Bring your own board.
And we were all kind of assigned different board themes.
So the hostess has the invite list, and there's a sweet, there's a savory, there's a cheese board.
There was a sandwich board. There was a salad board. There was a candy board. There was all of the food groups.
All of the boards.
You know what I mean? And
I know what you mean.
Everyone brought it too. Like it wasn't like like one person was having a rough day and just threw some shit on a board. Like people committed to their boards.
How fun.
It was visually.
Wait, I'm obsessed.
It was just such, and so it was so fun. And because we usually do this monthly, these are my Joe Bros. This is the group of Ogden moms because of the Jonas Brothers. We took all of our girls to see that concert. And we do this monthly, and Carrie's the leader of our group. She's the one that is responsible for setting the date, making it happen. But it was kind of a unanimous vote that we want to keep our next few visits, and we don't know, in-house.
Yes.
In the cozy
Especially
home.
in like the wintertime. Like,
we've all been eating out.
Y'all have been to the same fucking restaurant in town
1,000 times. And you know what else?
This is creative.
It's creative, and also we got to stay and hang longer.
Yeah, and you didn't have to like deal with any other bullshit.
We weren't
you just
worried
got
about
cozy.
Yeah, and literally everybody
her house
came.
is cozy.
Her house is a Scandinavian
it's like a
oasis.
gnome home.
It's a Scandi oasis.
We got to go and do like a show there one day or something.
It is a minimalist stream.
Oh.
It is as cream and crisp as you could ever want it. She had her fireplace crackling, and you just cozied up. I sat cross-legged in my chair at the dining room table and ate too much.
So much food.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a favorite board?
Well, I don't mean to toot my own horn.
Okay, it was your own board.
I think the favorite board was my salad board.
Tell us why.
It's just because that fucking salad dressing.
Well, you have to tell us about the salad.
So here's the deal. So I feel like
you've talked about it before, but share it again.
It was a riff off of
it's the Baking with Melissa.
Baked by Melissa's.
Yeah.
She's a big nutritional yeast fan.
I love nutrition. Anthony doesn't like it as much. I love it.
I mean, I don't like it on its own. Like people are like, put it on popcorn. It tastes just like Parmesan. No, it doesn't.
Vegans use it. Vegans use it as our Parmesan replacement. And there's a mineral or a vitamin in it that I can't quite remember.
All kinds of minerals and vitamins.
It's quite
in
good
it.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they supplement that. Vegans use a lot of that to supplement it for whatever they're not getting in their meat.
So I think that the reason I like it is because it makes my oily, vinegary dressings thicker and creamier and like nuttier.
And it's so good.
So basically it's just it's equal parts olive oil and apple cider vinegar. You could use whatever
like
kind
a cup
of vinegar.
And a cup if you want.
Like I would say 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons or a quarter cup and a quarter cup, whatever, less. And then it's grated garlic.
Yes. 1 clove or 2.
1 clove is sufficient.
Melissa does too, and it's spicy.
Melissa's breath probably reeks.
Yeah, probably.
She eats garlic and everything.
Yep.
And I personally would do that. But what I have found is when I'm making for other people, people are sensitive to it. So I kind of try to be mindful. And then it's a squirt of honey, a squirt of Dijon or a dollop of Dijon mustard, a good hefty pinch of salt, and 3 heaping spoonfuls of nutritional yeast. I throw it in a jar, tighten that lid, shake it. And then my salad is a variation of typically kale. And this particular—
Do you massage it?
I didn't with this because I just used the regular your everyday
dino?
kale. No,
The
I
curly
use the
kale.
curly kale, which isn't as dense feeling and bittery.
Yeah.
This one does it. And if you cut it, if you cut it like in ribbons, like really thin, it works. And then roasted sweet potatoes. I threw rotisserie chicken in there, craisins, a big old hunk of goat cheese, sweet and spicy pecans from Trader Joe's. I mean, licking, like my friend Trisha sat down next to me after she had gotten up the third time to go get more. And I looked at her and I go, so you hate it, don't you? And she was like, it sucks. It's the worst thing you've ever made.
So good.
Yeah.
Orgasmic.
Totally.
Little amendment. Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
I sometimes throw in soy sauce, just a little bit.
Umami.
Yes.
Okay.
And it darkens it a little bit, but it's a nice little kicker.
I have made variations of that dressing, like you can use lemon. You can omit.
Oh yeah, you can play around
with it.
Yeah,
Throw some oregano.
It's so fun and yummy.
It is.
I like this idea for your party, this board party, but I have a party theme that I will be hosting this year. And
I'm coming.
You're coming. And Anthony, you will obviously be there. You're hosting with me. And I can't wait to host it. I saw it on the Instagram. And I think when people say, why did I say the Instagram?
Because
like
we say the jewel.
The cancer. Yeah, no, I saw it on the Instagram. And I'm hosting a conspiracy theory party.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay, conspiracy theory party.
Yeah, what does this mean?
Well, first of all,
is this bring your own BYOCP? BYOCT.
Bring your own conspiracy theory.
One that you are
kind
curious
of
about.
With. Like, I have a couple.
Okay.
Like a couple of mine are like, I mean, I've always really dug around into like the JFK assassination.
Yeah, I've never, one or two people, two different locations.
I mean,
thanks, Miss Premier.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
And in our grade school, we literally learned about the conspiracy
Literally watched
theories.
JFK get his head blown off.
I can't.
Thank you.
Yep. Bigfoot, Roswell. I mean, people
wait, which one's Roswell?
The aliens
okay.
in New Mexico.
Okay.
I mean, there's 9/11 conspiracy theories. There's QAnon conspiracy theories.
I'm curious. Are octopi? Are they aliens?
What's an octopus? Oh, you mean the octopus?
Are the aliens living below us in the water?
Remember that
That's
last
a conspiracy theory.
What about the drones? The drones.
I mean, this
Light
is
show
just
Larry
over there. Really lit it up with that conspiracy.
There are so many fun, like the Loch Ness. I'm old school too. Like Loch Ness monster. Who killed Marilyn Monroe?
Amelia Earhart.
Come
on.
Like, was she cannibalized? Or did the giant crabs get her? Coconut crabs eaten Amelia or what?
It's a likely possibility.
What happened?
We don't know.
So this is what happens when you come to my conspiracy theory party.
Tell me.
I'm going to have rolls of aluminum foil.
Costco?
Because
she's coming for you.
Costco's going to sponsor my party because everyone gets as much aluminum foil as they want and they're going to make their tin hats.
Okay. I'm honestly...
if you want to do it like with a
curly
Q, I might have some gems. If you want to gem it,
bedazzled,
whatever, anything goes. Okay, if you want to make it look more like an earmuffs, or if you want to if
I wanted to make like a Spaceballs helmet,
you could totally do that.
Hat.
I'll have some artists here. You know, Maggie will be coming to this. Maggie's very creative, so I'll have someone on hand who might even help you craft something a little bit more out of the ordinary.
But I feel like we also need we have a little chalkboard. So you could have like either a display board, or if people want to do a PowerPoint.
And I think you can come with...
Are you disproving?
We're just having fun.
We're just talking.
This is just conversation. This is like, I'll go first and I'm going to talk about the Loch Ness Monster. Is it or isn't it real? Now, here are some of the theories. I'm going to show some photos and maybe at the end of my 3 to 5 minute presentation, well, people, do you believe in the Loch Ness now or don't? It's just for fun.
I love this.
The old Yeti photo. What about it? Maybe people will stand up and reenact the Yeti. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The Yeti and the goat.
All your conspiracies are like 30, 40, 50
Do you have any new ones?
You got some.
I mean, we're living in a conspiracy.
Flat Earth?
Flat Earthers.
Flat Earther.
And
that's
like,
a biggie.
I want a disclaimer. I am not a conspiracy theorist. Maybe I'm an old school one. I come from the olden days. I am not... I don't think the election was stolen. I want to make sure, let's make that clear. I think that's already clear. But I like going down the road of like the 1950s, like to the 1980 conspiracies.
I like it. I'm here.
But anything, anyone can bring.
Those conspiracies seemed a
those
little
are
bit
harmless.
more lighthearted than some of the shit we got going on today.
But if someone wants to bring something heavy,
those
space
were like,
is for you.
Those conspiracies were like pre-internet conspiracies.
Those were like
unsolved
mysteries.
Safe conspiracies.
Yeah.
Like no one is
in harm's way.
thinking that maybe there was a funny little underwater dragon hanging out in Loch Ness.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, I'm here
or
for
like
it.
the conspiracy theories on like movies, like was Poltergeist cursed? There's conspiracy theories about like
the Wizard of Oz. Did somebody hang themselves?
Right. Or like someone can do like conspiracy theories like on like what about, it's not really conspiracy theory, but like Three Men and a Little Baby. Remember the kids?
Yes, The Haunting.
The Haunting.
Totally.
So anything goes.
Oh my God. This
and
is
I don't
a
know,
club
like,
I could, a
yeah,
group I
don't
could
know
get
what kind
behind.
of food will be served. Might just be a pizza party.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Why don't you keep
keep it
KISS?
easy.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Because people are going to be getting crafty.
We're going to be a little busy.
Yeah, busy.
Debunking
Cheers.
theories.
Cheers. Lauren, I love
How
it.
fun does this sound?
I'm here for it.
Sitting here with everyone with their
Where their
tinfoil
tin
hats.
hats. Literally, when's the date? Name the date right now. I'm coming.
I think I'm going to do it
piss my
after our
pants.
Park City. I think I'm going to do it in March.
Okay.
So I'm going to, or late February, early March. And it's going to just be a fun get together.
Seat at the table, reserved.
And I think I'm
Michelle.
going to make like pins with different conspiracy theories on it, like different
Obsessed.
like Yeti. You know, I'm going to just have some fun with this.
Obsessed.
Well, they say that hosting at gatherings and inviting people in your home is like basically what I was reading about was about like almost like an act of resistance, like gathering together, having communication, talking with one another in real life, off online
Totally.
and in person. It's cozy, but it's also like having joy.
Yep.
And
like peeing your pants.
Peeing our pants.
Do it.
All right. Now, before we get into the hottest topic we may have ever had here on Cozy Conversations
Literally,
with the Sister Project.
Hot in
Oh,
here.
it's getting so hot. I'm sweating. We first want to say thank you to our sponsor, the Posey Law Group, who is sponsoring the last two podcasts, and of course, moving into like the next couple of months.
Yeah, man.
Thank you to Stephanie Posey and the Posey Law Group for collaborating with the Sister Project so that we can shine a light on the services that Posey Law Group offers people in the suburbs.
Surrounding area.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, I'm not sure if she can hop online and do legal, but anyone probably here in Illinois. That's what I'm
you have
thinking.
access to Stephanie Posey at Posey Law Group.
Michelle, how did you find Stephanie?
You know,
or did Stephanie find you?
No, we were just talking about it. We've been friends for a long time. We met on the sideline of an AYSO soccer game when our kids were playing what we called herd ball back in the day, when a ball would be kicked and then everybody just runs towards the ball.
Cutest thing ever.
Cutest thing I've ever seen. Worship it.
Yep.
So we sat down. She was sitting and I was like, I remember I sat kind of right next to her and we were just struck up a conversation, and we have like mommed together on the sidelines ever since. And we developed a rapport.
Beautiful.
And we have been friends ever since.
Yeah, she's an easy woman to be friends with because she's a passionate woman. It's
a great conversation.
Yep. I love talking to her about books. I love talking to her about business.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love is when sometimes like I run into her on the street and we'll kind of get into the thick of things. And I feel like I'm like just really talking to a badass who like knows her shit.
Yeah.
And I want to point out three things that Stephanie is very well versed in, that if you need any sort of legal aid, these are the three things that she can help you with a lot. But three things she focuses on is launching the business of your dreams and helping navigate the tricky parts of that part of business, which development and planning.
And she has been a support and will continue to support us in that way.
Absolutely. And we're working with her further. And when we start getting into that, we'll share details of our mentorship with our listeners. Estate planning. As we know, it feels overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Mm-hmm. As you've noted, she talks about it as like a love letter
to your family.
Yeah, to your family.
Which I love.
And coming from an experience where our mom didn't have anything set in place, it is imperative if you can have these conversations with your loved ones, for your children, have them, have your parents have them for you guys. Mm-hmm. It's a lot less, it takes away a lot of the hard parts after you lose a loved one.
Oh, I feel like I have spoon-fed Stephanie to my friends that have parents whose estates may not have been buttoned up or dealt with. Like you talk to somebody and she's the first person I say, I have someone for you for
and
this.
It's really important because it will really help navigate the loss of
it makes the later part
easier,
less painful. You get to grieve without the additional
grievances.
Grieve without the grievances.
Oh,
Hang on a second.
Okay, Stephanie,
write that down.
I'm going to let you trademark that one, okay? Grieve without the grievances.
Without the grievances. That's not what we got.
We're going to go on the back end of
Boy,
her,
oh boy.
her website and add that.
New candle.
Yeah, grieve without the
Grieve without
grievances.
the grievances.
God, funny and thoughtful.
Right. Yes. And also if you're moving and if you need help closing and doing things when it comes to moving from one home to another or selling.
She's not going to pack up your boxes
No,
for
no,
you,
no,
if
no,
that's
no.
what you were suggesting.
She's going to help take the enormous stress of buying and selling a home.
Got it.
She's going to alleviate that.
Got it.
You're going to move without the grievances.
Yes, move
okay?
without the madness, grieve without the grievances.
I mean, what else?
Zingers, we're here all day. Who's hiring? Because we are ready to work.
So if you need any sort of these services from a wonderful human being and woman, please contact Stephanie Posey, and you can check out all the information that they can help you with at poseylawgroup.com.
Boom.
Boom. Now moving into our hot topic.
Hang on a second.
Okay, everyone, Michelle, do you need to unbutton some shirts?
Oh my God.
Well, I
left my
forgot what
rubber
it is.
pants at home.
Wait, do I not know? Do I know what this is?
Well, you will now because
yeah.
I'm coming out today, you guys, as a
Lauren
gay man.
is a gay man, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Sorry, Anthony.
I watched Heated Rivalry and I have turned gay and also into a man because I have the hots for a fictional Russian hockey player.
You and every other hetero woman on the internet.
We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about why women, straight women in particular, are so obsessed. With
I'm
this.
obsessed. The obsession from you and I don't always align.
I wasn't sure how we were going to go after this.
I can't get enough.
I can't get enough. So let's talk about it first. So the reason why I watched Heated Rivalry before Christmas, I was with my dear friends, and one of my dear friends was like, he like stopped our conversation. He's like, I have to talk to you guys about something. We're like, oh my God, is everything okay? He's like, everything's okay. We have to talk about Heated Rivalry.
God.
And so he shared a lot of why we had to watch it. And it took me almost like a month to actually like have time to do it. And once I started, I couldn't stop.
Watched it in 3 days.
Couldn't stop. I wanted more. I'm so sad and mad it's over.
Well, I was watching Andy on Bravo was interviewing, I think Hudson, and he was like, he's like, I don't understand. The book is already written. Like, why do we have to wait this long for the next season to come out?
when are we waiting?
We're
like,
waiting.
How long?
Like, and it's not going to be like a while, not anytime soon.
well, that's lame.
I know.
Let's talk about what Heated Rivalry is. So Heated Rivalry, I'm going to just take it from, this is the summary. It's a steamy TV series based on Rachel Reed's hockey romance novel. Again, a genre I never thought I would ever be tapping into.
Didn't know the genre existed.
Didn't know.
News to me.
Following superstar players Shane Hollander, who is a Canadian on the show, and Ilya Rozanov, who is the Russian hockey player, as they navigate a secret, passionate, decade-long love affair.
And I guess I didn't realize. I knew that it was a long affair, but because they show the dates. But I guess I didn't really pay attention. I didn't realize it was a decade.
I didn't realize it was a decade until here, but I knew it was years. were spanning. Their love affair amid the hyper-masculine world of professional hockey, exploring themes of love, denial, ambition, and coming out while challenging toxic masculinity in sports. The show chronicles their intense attraction, their forbidden relationship, and personal journeys as they balance their careers with a deep, complex love that eventually goes public, leading to difficult choices and growth. And when we first started watching the show, it opens up. So there's going to be a lot of spoilers here. If you have not watched it, please just stay tuned in and just keep watching and listening, because this will just make the experience even better. But when we first see them and they're introduced to one another, the attraction's immediate.
Yep.
I think that they can kind of sense from each other that they are attracted to men or
their
gaydar.
curious. Their gaydar's going off. It was like this, actually.
And when they reach for the water bottle and they touch hands. I mean,
well, there were so many subtle moments where they were sneaking a touch,
or a glance, like in the shower scene. Okay, so the funniest part of this is that I was on a text message thread with a friend of a group of ours, our ski group, and basically I was saying to one of our friends, he brought his son to a hockey game. He's like, oh yeah, my son loves hockey. I'm like, you know what? You should go home and watch Heated Rivalry. And he goes, oh, is that a show about hockey? And I was like, he doesn't know what the show is. I said, yes, it's a wonderful hockey show. So then he starts texting us photos of Shane, of Hollander and Rozanov in the shower. And he goes, what's going on here, you guys? Keeps texting us. He goes, I think I'm about to watch gay porn. And I said, it's not that intense, but yes, you are about to watch some of the most beautiful man lovemaking you will ever seen. He replied with, I'm too hungover for this. Maybe I'll revisit.
Fair enough.
But fair enough. But it was, and that's the thing about the sex scenes. They were so sexy. What did you think about that? Michelle, maybe we should talk about some of the texts you were sending me. You're like, are they doing it in the butt now? Wow, there's a lot of blowjobs.
Yeah, there were a lot of blowjobs. I told my friends, I said, you guys going to watch Heated Rivalry? They're like, what's it about? I said, a lot of sucking, a lot of fucking.
But it's so much more than
that. I was being funny.
But it is. But at one point, Michelle, you also put, I think you wrote me, where is he putting it now?
Yep. Just wanted to be sure. I was like, is he sticking it in the hole?
And he was.
And he was. You know, I've never watched gay porn. I've never really seen anything like this. This was a first time for me. So it took me a couple of episodes to settle in. Truth be told, when I watch any sort of show or movie with a sex scene, I turn into a 12-year-old idiot. I'm like, what's going on here? Like,
oh my God.
This is
I was so
sexy.
Oh my God. I was so into it.
Obsessed.
I don't know. No, I have no other way to put this except for watching two beautiful men make out is kind of amazing.
It was even, you know what, for
it's
me,
beautiful.
like the making out was like, I was here for it.
And when I say making out, I'm talking about all of the above.
Yeah. And I was here for all of that. Like,
It's
I mean,
sexy.
But they had such chemistry.
Oh, yes. But that's what I'm talking about. Their chemistry.
I believed that they should be a couple in real life.
I know.
In my mind.
That's what I'm saying.
This was like Notebook level romance.
Yes.
Notebook gay, the gay version of Notebook level romance.
Basically, yes. Michelle,
Obsessed.
that's a really good way of putting it.
And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand that are like, no, I'm not into it. I'm like, you don't understand.
No,
like,
it's beautiful.
You will be moved to tears.
Tears, and also it's and from a sexual standpoint, it's very intriguing.
Oh,
and it's beautiful. What are you thinking, Ant?
Well, yeah, I will say when I walked in on a scene and Lauren was just like huddled up in bed in the middle of the day.
Finishing it.
Yeah, watching it.
You watched, but you came into the scene when they had expressed that they loved one another.
Yeah, and they were just sort of cuddling, and then I think there was a little
There was some side saddling.
Side sticking. Going on.
Yeah, but that's another, yes.
But I will say it was very well done, I thought. And like the writing was good. I thought it was very sort of subtle actually, and like more nuanced than people might think, and it felt very like authentic.
Agree.
And then a couple of the scenes, like the end of episode 5, I believe, when the Scott
and Kip come out. Well, Scott comes out on the ice.
Spoiler alert.
I already said spoiler alerts.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, that scene was pretty great, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that they filmed that scene 2 different ways. They filmed that scene where he came out and he didn't propose. He just professed his love to him.
He just kissed him.
He just kissed him?
Yeah.
And so they filmed that scene 2 ways, where the crowd goes insane and also where the crowd is completely silent.
Which one did they show?
Insane.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think either one could have been exceptional.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how it would play, but I think they went the right way. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, hopefully that day comes and like how will people react? But it's also like it's 2026, like
what are we? I know. I guess that in the show it was like 2017 or something, or like, you know what I'm saying, it's not present day. With that being said, Rosenoff scared to go back to his home country as being an openly gay man, and I think that's probably. I feel like that's. I don't know, but I'm assuming still now being in Russia openly gay. I don't know if that is in your best interest.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
My guess is probably not.
Probably not.
No.
That was the thing, from my perspective watching this, obviously having gay friends and talking to people that have this sort of shared lived experience, I knew of the struggles and the fears of coming out. But this series also really, really, really put into perspective and like hit you in the face with for how long people feel they can't be authentically themselves for fear of it affecting their career or losing their family or losing their friends. And that part to me was eye-opening in a different way. I mean, again, I'd known that, but I really felt it. Watching it.
Especially in that last episode, like
with this parents,
you know, when they're really like considering like what it means and like how they're afraid. You're just like, how is this still a thing? You know, it just like makes you feel.
But also, it's the fear of, like you said, Michelle, not being able to just be who you are. And the shame that comes along with, well, should I not be this way? Will people not accept me?
Like when Shane's character apologizes to his mom, and he's essentially apologizing, like saying, for not being honest,
but he also said, I tried to not be gay.
For being gay is kind of what he was saying.
He was saying, I tried to not be.
And
I tried.
Every piece of it was written. They did it perfectly. Her turning around and apologizing to him because he didn't feel like he could be honest with her was like, I mean, get me a Kleenex.
Yeah, it was really a beautiful series. I also loved Kip's dad. Because it also showed another version of
a
parenting.
Softer side of.
Well, it showed just also like another experience of here's what being closeted looks like, and here's what being open looks like. And if your family, God willing, is going to support you regardless. When his dad was like, hey, handsome, where are you going? I'm like, oh my God.
Loved him.
And he was so supportive, and not only in his relationship and who he was, but also in his career. Like Kip's dad, I think, needs a little bit more recognition because he was like quietly one of the strongest, most profound characters of the series that we saw because of just how much love he gave him.
And also you could see too, they showed the parallel too of the life that Kip was living. He was out. He was not being secretive about it because he didn't have to be.
He didn't have to be, right.
He didn't have to be.
You see the two,
you saw the dynamic of them struggling with that. And that also played a part in their relationship. Like you felt the love for them. But imagine how many relationships where there really is true love. There is a genuine care for this person, but they don't work. They can't work because one is in a place where they're not okay to come out. And the other one is living in that space I'm going to watch it again.
I think I might watch it again too. And what something else I enjoyed about the storytelling was really how I think sometimes a lot of love stories do start. You have this like initial attraction to somebody and it's physical and you kiss and you make love, or it's not so much making love yet. It's more like you're fucking, you're hot and heavy. And then you start, and that is kind of what's like working, right? So that part's working. And then they have the secret, but then they really start leaning into one another because, Rosenoff loses his dad to dementia, which again, that part got me. And Shane is being so supportive of him. And then you see now you've gone from like this really hot and heavy, sexy relationship to
like
now,
the more emotional connection.
Yes, and you see like this vulnerability and this sharing and them starting to profess their love for one another. So it's such a beautiful story of all the different, the different
dynamics
of what makes up a really beautiful love story.
Partnership and loving relationship.
That is a love story. So when people are like, it's kind of funny to be like, yeah, it's hot gay man sex. It's beautiful, but it is more like, it's like The Notebook. It's a love story.
I'm telling you.
Well, I feel like it's also Shakespearean. I think it's taking like Romeo and Juliet, and sort of turning it on its head, but it has that like warring families kind of thing.
Yes,
so
that too.
It's building in that conflict.
I'd like to talk about another observation that I made watching this.
Please.
So something that I noticed throughout the entire season was, and I'm doing a compare and contrast to a hetero experience. And of course, I can only talk about my own. And then what two men in a relationship look like sexually. What I found is that in gay male relationships, there's a lot of asking.
Oh, right. We talked about
consent.
this. Yes.
Can I fuck you now?
I'm here for
and
that.
the answer
I love
is yes.
that.
Yes, you can. Will you suck my dick? Yes, I will.
I think it's
and
really
I was
lovely.
Like, there's no game playing. And I want to know, gay listeners, guys out there that are listening, is this how it is? Are we asking permission? Are you guys just like thoughtfully saying what you want and then delivering? Because there's a lot of cat and mouse baloney sometimes in the hetero relationship. Can you read my mind? Do you want? I know you want to do me right now, but I'm not going to tell you because
I like the straightforwardness.
There's just a difference.
Take note, Anthony. I'm here for the straightforwardness.
There was a different directness, and it was good.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I think Ryan would like a little bit more straightforwardness out of me.
Yeah, a little what?
Straightforwardness out of me.
Straightforwardness out of me.
Yes. Mm-hmm. What did you think I said?
I heard sodomy.
Okay. Nope. Wow. I had a T and an R and an A. The blessing.
Beautiful. I agree with you, Michelle. Yeah. I really like the openness and the straight directness.
It was there was no baloney. And that was the other thing, like, there really wasn't baloney within their relationship. Like, Ilya was very open about the fact that he liked guys and girls, and Shane's character. I love Shane. I've decided, you've asked me, I'm in love with Shane. I'm in love with on and off camera.
I'm in love with Rosenoff on and off. And their real names are just for a moment.
Hudson and Connor.
Connor Story's Ilya, and he's American. He's from Texas. He learned Russian in like a month.
A week before they started recording.
Accent, like, that's the thing though. Like, I see Connor as who he is, and I only see him as Ilya.
Yep.
Like that he is my Russian lover. And then Hudson Williams.
He's a Canadian.
And he also is into directing and writing short films. I think that these two are groundbreaking characters, and their acting was spectacular.
Their acting was spectacular, and I am thoroughly enjoying watching their press tour that they're doing. Listen, watch the show and listen to us when we tell you it's so good. But if you're looking to just take like a hit off of a Good Vibes bong, the social media circuit with these two has made my life better.
It helped me get out of the hellscape that we're living in, and I literally was filled with joy.
Literally
sexy
a joy bomb.
Joy, love story.
I love their friendship off camera.
Yes.
I mean,
I am enjoying the fact that if you go to my my Discover on my Instagram, all I see are their faces.
So cute.
Yeah, it's one of my
easy on the eyes.
Easy. Yes.
Do you want to make love later, Lauren?
I would like to. Yes,
that's it.
Do you want to bone later?
No, but it's not like that. You got to say it. We're not going to say it on camera right now, but it's a bit more direct. And
yes,
mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to go there.
Can I? Anthony would say, "Can I do you?" And you can say
yes or no. But I love that. Yeah. So there's just no. Yeah. It's just right in your face.
Yeah.
Can we fuck?
Yeah.
Can I fuck you?
Yeah. I mean, okay. This is not when I click the box on YouTube. Is this for kids? The answer is going to be no.
Hey, you know what? Sex is so normal, and it's what we do. And I think consent and asking is.
It was just an interesting observation.
Yeah, I noticed it as well. Another observation I had is Shane always telling Rosenoff, he's always like, "Fuck you, go get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up."
Well, and Rosenoff always telling him he was boring. Yeah, he's so boring.
Rosenoff's personality to me, towards the end when he expressed his love. He also had some funny bits. He actually got kind of funny. Like, he would say things that kind of gave you a chuckle. And you're like, my God.
I laughed at him quite a bit throughout the series.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when Hudson came out to him. He was like, "I think I'm gay." And Rosenoff was like,
"What makes you say that?"
What do you think?
It's hilarious. Like, he was funny.
Well, it kind of reminds me of couples we know, that are like funny together.
Yeah.
And like funny combinations.
Yeah.
And
it's really sweet.
Oh.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about like the straight woman's obsession with the show. And I think a lot of what I've read and have studied, poured some time into this, is that for so many women, it was so refreshing to witness the vulnerability between two men, be thoughtful,
It was void of toxic masculinity.
Yeah, it was just, they were super thoughtful in their responses to one another. I think the way that you're talking about the sex stuff in regards to like the asking, I think that's refreshing for women instead of like a cat and mouse game. Like just say it, come out with it. And it was more than just like a smutty novel on television.
It was a gay version of The Notebook.
Yeah.
That's why straight women loved it.
And then there is this very interesting phenomenon why women do like and I've heard this before. Years prior to this coming out, I've heard women talking about they like watching gay porn between men. And this is something that attracts them and they find to be extraordinarily sexy.
Okay.
I found that to be an interesting little tidbit too. I'll share with you off camera who this person is.
I will be sure to remind you.
But she shared with me a long time ago. It's no one listening, I can tell you that, because it's some far off land person. She shared that she found it to be, is it okay? She found it to be just different. Titillating.
And that wasn't, I was not having that feeling. I wasn't like literally like get your rub. I mean, I was honestly, I think more turned on by the loving relationship that I got to see unfold before them.
I was turned on by all of it. I loved it all.
I mean, I was dying during a couple of, we won't spoil it all for our listeners.
What?
Just like when he was towards the end, when he got the call, he's like, I really should take this call from my friend. He just had a baby.
Oh, and then he was getting.
And you think back to times when you were like having a makeout session when somebody called and you're trying to pretend like you're good to go and you're just.
But that's what's kind of fun. It also jogs your memory of like what your relationship was like maybe when you first met your partner, hot and heavy, and then you become more than just
you evolve into that more like mature,
gorgeous,
emotional, connected / awesome physical relationship.
There was talk of will more athletes, closeted athletes, come out because and inspired by this story. And there is a story floating around about a professional hockey player who indeed was inspired to come out. Hudson in particular, who plays Shane, has been receiving a lot of fan mail, however, digital or in letter writing, which would be your preference, sharing their experience of either being closeted and wanting to come out or feeling inspired by his portrayal of Shane Hollander.
More of that.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's a beautiful thing. And I know might twist people up, this genre of series, but I say give it a shot.
Oh my God.
Be open-minded and dive into a beautiful love story.
Binge-worthy.
Beautiful
you won't
love
be able
story.
to turn it off.
So I already have on hold for me The Long Game by Rachel Reed at my local bookstore.
All right.
That I will be reading, and I cannot wait to see what has happened in their relationship.
I know.
So I guess there's 6 books, but Heated Rivalry, and then later books after, it's like the 6th book, which is a long game. That's the follow-up of their relationship.
Okay.
So I'll let you know how it is.
I mean, I kind of want to read it.
Oh, you can borrow it after me. Listeners, do write in. If you watched Heated Rivalry, let us know what you thought about the show. We would, and if anyone wants us to share any messages about the show on our show, we would love to do that. So just write in and give us the permission to share in an anonymous format, and we'll share some thoughts by you. All right, moving into reading, watching, and listening to. We'll be quick. I am reading The Overnight Guest by Heather Gudenkoff. I am hooked. It is a page turner. Basically, a true crime writer named Wiley Lark gets snowed in her isolated farmhouse, which has a dark history of murder already. And she comes across a child in the snowstorm and seemingly saves her. But what unfolds from there has me reading nonstop.
Oh.
If you are looking for a suspense thriller that's snowy and cozy, The Overnight Guest is for you.
Whoa.
Sold.
Stamp of approval.
Yep.
All right. I've taken a little turn in a different direction. I'm reading another one of Chelsea Handler's books. This was actually recommended by one of our previous guests and friend TJ Booth. I'll Have What She's Having. It's a memoir style book, which most of her books are. She's written several.
Yeah.
I've actually read a few of them. And it's more of the same. She is a hilarious storyteller. She has hilarious stories. I was reading in bed a couple nights ago and was LOLing, and Ryan is like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, Chelsea Handler.
So it's good. It's funny.
It's pretty funny.
Okay. You'll finish it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is a quick, easy palate cleanser. I haven't gotten too far into it, but I'm particularly curious about her kind of ditching the alcohol, the cannabis, and all the things. And when I get to that point,
does she still take cannabis or no?
She's really
Cutting back.
She's really, I think, changed her like lifestyle and that approach.
I will say I do love when I catch a good Instagram reel of her flying down the mountain in skis with a fur hat on and in her brawn underwear and sometimes a joint.
Yeah.
Really, it makes me smile. Okay, Michelle, you are watching a good hang with Amy Poehler.
Yes, I watched her episode with Gwyneth Paltrow. I listen periodically. She just won the Golden Globe for
Best Podcast, the first ever of its kind.
Not gonna lie, I kind of love that Amy Poehler just kind of bops in and makes good hang and cleans house. That was kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's kind of fun that she, beat her husband in the same ex-husband in the same category. That she's a newer podcaster. And I honestly feel like it's because it's a feel good. You don't leave there thinking of 500 things you need to change in your life to be better podcast. It's just a good hang.
It's a good hang.
And she's Amy Poehler. I mean, come on.
I mean, and if you're an SNL fan and you grew up with her, which I grew up with her, she's one of my favorite.
She's great.
She's worth watching. But I will say, and Gwyneth Paltrow, she's been kind of a part of my experience.
Yeah,
so I'm genuinely curious about her. This particular episode, you don't even have to watch the whole thing. Just fast forward to the last 5 minutes. She asked Gwyneth Paltrow what is making her laugh, and Gwyneth Paltrow shares what it is, and
what is it?
She shares about how she regretfully did not go to the 50th anniversary of SNL.
Amy didn't?
No.
Gwyneth didn't.
Gwyneth, she's like, listen, I did not go to that. I was busy. I had some things going on. She goes, it is a regret. She goes, but I have watched it since then. And what is making me laugh? And she shares how Anna Gasteyer and Will Ferrell come out and they do their bit. And Gwyneth, so then Amy Poehler puts it on so she can see it.
Is Gwyneth dying?
Gwyneth loses control. She spits her drink out.
So she's a real person?
No, and you saw her, and actually the whole conversation with Gwyneth, and that's what I kind of love about Amy. She's pretty good at having a real down to earth human conversation. There was no guard up whatsoever, but I could not stop laughing when I saw this. I mean, Gwyneth, they ended it. It lasted 3.5 minutes and they were like, and have a good one. Gwyneth could not get it together. Well, she lost her fucking mind.
I love it because when Amy won, she said her podcast is a place for people, just to have some good vibes. Especially right here. And we're going to laugh about things that's not laughing at anybody. Yep. And I'm like, oh, you're cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of
pretty good.
Mine is not as uplifting, but I will tell you
that's a shocker.
Hello.
Yep.
I watched a super depressing, but for me, a must-see documentary last night. It's called The Last Days. It's literally about, it was an Oscar-winning documentary produced by Steven Spielberg, and it focuses on Hungarian Jews and the final moments and days of Auschwitz. You might be asking me, why would you watch something like that? Well, Anthony and I went to Hungary and we saw so many memorials and different statues and things that represented the Hungarian Jews that were killed during the Holocaust. And so that left such a huge imprint on me. Visiting Auschwitz is on my travel bucket list. And so I do consume as much of this. So when I go one day, I will be like, oh, I remember them talking about this. There's devastating. But it is so, it really is something. I saw footage I've never seen before. I mean, it was literally like watching Schindler's List, but not with the hero. I mean, the heroes were the people that relieved these people and whatnot and themselves for making it through it. But It is just one of those important things to watch if you are a student of history and the Holocaust. So, yeah. And, after we've done some diving into our family and knowing that we are likely some sort of Eastern European Jew on our mother's side, our maternal grandmother's side, I always wonder, did they escape before? Did we lose some family?
Well, we did some research, and we determined that our great grandmother Anna,
our grandmother's mom,
and her married name was Hoskowitz.
So that was Andrew's name. Our great grandfather Andrew Hoskowitz
married Anna, and they were from Soner, an area of the Ukraine that was we know that
Austria or Poland. Was it Ukraine? I thought it was Austria, Poland.
It was, but the lines all blend because of all of the border. They change over the years, but it was an area
that was devastated.
It was basically exterminated.
Yeah, annihilated is what they said.
Yes,
by the Nazis.
Now our family immigrated in 1918.
Yes.
But surely
did they have cousins
they left
and aunts?
Family or friends or relatives that are no longer here if they stayed.
Yeah, sometimes I think that I get really hooked on things because I feel a deeper connection to it. I really have always been very interested in this moment in time. And I wonder if it's somewhere because in my lineage or ancestors, there is some sort of genealogy connection to it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is because I'm genuinely interested in it too. I mean, there was a period of time after I read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna for the first time. That was the book that kickstarted my love for historical fiction, particularly World War II novels.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's it's hard to read, but you have to read it to understand.
Oh yes, if you watch this movie, it's The Last Days, it's on Netflix. You are just, you have to pause it to kind of really digest what you're hearing and seeing. It's mind-blowing. It's absolutely wildly fucked up that this really happened, but you just are it's good. It's information that you have to remember.
Yeah, it's a reminder.
It's one of those things. Yeah. And then Michelle, you finished When the Wolves Came. I recommended that last week.
And then we When the Wolves Came, about how white Christian nationalism came to be. And after I left that recording, I basically binged that entire series.
Do you recommend it?
Yes, and I have been sharing it with multiple people. Some things I learned. I didn't know that Phoenix, Arizona was a hotbed of white Christian nationalism. We're going to come see them. We're going to come see them in spring break. So that'll be, Didn't know that.
It's interesting when you find, that's why I'm obsessed with
reading and learning and understanding.
Well, because it's or you can just walk around life and be cozy in your life that you've lived, but there's so much out there. You're like, wow, okay.
Yep, and that's what that series was for me.
Oh,
was
wow,
a wow, okay. Wow, okay.
So Anthony, we were wondering if are you dropping it like it's hot?
Yeah, are you dropping it like hot?
Oh, yes, I will. I'll piggyback off of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay.
Listen, we just had the Golden Globes. We just saw a little Timothée Chalamet win.
Listen, you know how I like you to say it on the show. Chalamet.
But since it's in theaters and it will be, it'll be a topic at the Oscars, it'll be a front runner for several things. Go see Marty Supreme in a theater. It's just it's kind of an old school movie. It puts you in the 50s, New York, and beyond. It's in Japan too.
Cool.
It's just
ping pong. What is this?
Table tennis. But it's just a lot about. It's mostly just him, just being crazy. But
so it's kind of. I've not seen it, and I've heard just bits and pieces. But it feels like what people are describing it as. It's intense. You don't get a lot of respite moments in this.
It's
film.
intense. It's intense. Yeah. It's it's very sort of hectic. He's just very driven, ambitious kind of nut. But Gwyneth plays a great role. If anything, she's a quieter.
Oh, she's in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They make out.
She's and she didn't get nominated, but I could see a world where she could be, but it's just a very stacked year and category too for her. But it's good. It's just one of those movies. One battle, you should see in a theater if you can.
Okay.
So that's my drop it like it's
All
hot.
right,
Oh,
thank
and
you.
one more thing, The Pit.
I started watching it.
Did you? Amazing. Yes.
I just started watching it. I do have a question though. Literally, I started watching it last night. And just seeing Noah Wiley's face on the screen just brought me back.
Did it make you happy?
Well, I just brought me back to Grey's Anatomy. I just want to ask.
ER.
Or ER.
Yeah.
ER. Fuck.
It's okay.
Oh, I just pulled an Amy Poehler. She asked Gwyneth Paltrow. She was playing it was like one word, like hot takes, and she was like Cold Mountain, and Gwyneth Paltrow was like, "Listen, dude," she's like, "I wasn't in Cold Mountain." She goes, "But thanks for confusing me with Nicole Kidman."
Nicole Kidman.
Amy Poehler goes, "So I just want you to know that I'm going to be overthinking about that question for like the next 2 weeks." And I was like, "Oh
Gwyneth
my
seems
God,
cool that she doesn't give a shit.
She was the coolest ever."
Yeah.
But is there going to be, so I get the intensity, the first show they go through, they're doing the rounds and it's just one fucking health crisis after another and the waiting room.
Yeah.
Wow. Are there going to be any romances in this?
It's not like,
were there romances in ER?
Yes.
Okay.
There was an ER, I
remember.
believe. I can't remember specifically in Grey's Anatomy.
I can remember in Grey's Anatomy. And now I thought
that's how they were.
There's a little bit. There's a little subtle like glances. There's
Got
things like brewing. You kind of like wonder, but they don't almost have time, which I like. It sort of gives you a glimpse into like how maybe one might start, but like in the fray, you know, you're just like, you don't really have a chance to. But yeah, how many episodes are you in?
Literally the first. And I was watching them. I was watching Noah Wiley as they were kind of like, I was watching this human doctor, sort of process what is in front of him, you know? And I was just thinking like, there are real humans that do this
it's kind of nuts.
work. This is insane.
Yeah, it's like to me, like they're all just geniuses in their own way. And
geniuses and also can handle intense pressure. Like, I don't know.
It just makes you real. Yeah, like it gives you appreciation for what these people do and the insanity, and then just like the insanity of the world that like spills into the ER.
Totally.
I'm so glad you're on it. This last episode, they show how you might solve someone who comes in with a erection that they've had for 8 hours.
From Viagra?
From whatever.
Do they have to relieve him?
Nope, but they have to put a little needle in there to draw the blood out, and they showed it full.
They put a needle in his
That's why I wanted to show you last night, Lauren, but you look like you were about to go muerte.
I was so sick last night.
Right.
But so I'll cue that up for you guys later.
Okay, cue that up for us. Okay, great.
Needle in
So
the
the
ditto.
Pit. I love it. Thank God for good TV, right? It's so healing.
Love it.
Noah Wiley was recently on CBS Sunday Morning, and if you want to learn more about him, he seems like a pretty cool guy. And his background, his mom was a doctor as well.
I was going to say he could probably basically be a doctor. Has he saved any real lives? Because I feel like his experience would help.
Watch the segment on CBS Sunday Morning. Just look it up, and you'll hear more about what goes into the production of The Pit, about like actually learning how to do things in a medical atmosphere for the actors, and it might intrigue you even more. Michelle, we've got some housekeeping. The Pigs are playing at Ballydoyle.
Ballydoyle and Downers Grove, Feb 6th. What time?
February 6th.
At night.
At night. Wow, thanks a lot, Michelle.
I don't know.
You could care less.
Don't give a shit. You just have to just come, hear a song or hear 20. We don't know.
And what is your simple joy of the past week?
My simple joy of the past week is having Will send me a list of things that he wants me to make him. Because again, as I mentioned earlier at the top of the show, like food is high on his list when he's not eating a lot. And because
of wrestling.
Yeah. No, he's eating. He's just gotta make that 132. And it just has reaffirmed that, you know, even in the times, you know, back in the day when I felt like I was rushed and I was triggered by people asking me what they wanted to eat, what was for dinner, I know that stuff has kind of been pushed aside, and really my goal to cook for my family and them love what I make makes them happy and they want it and they ask
you're a badass
for it.
Cook.
And so that's my simple joy. Ask me what I ask and you shall receive.
I love that. I'm going right back to heated rivalry. My simple joy was crying over these fictional people's love story out of joy, out of sadness, out of grieving for them.
Yeah.
I celebrated so many moments with them, emotional moments, and it felt really, really, really good to be putting my emotional energy in something like this, as silly as it may sound, but I invest a lot of energy and emotion elsewhere. And it just felt so refreshing to look at another people's situation and look at it from their perspective and what was going on. I learned a lot from that show. And the pain of being closeted when you're in love.
Yeah.
I can't even
Sucks the big
imagine.
one. No pun intended.
Michelle, I can't even imagine. And I have loved ones who I know who have experienced this, and it made my heart feel differently for certain people that I love dearly.
Yeah.
And it made me understand things in another bigger way. And I actually am very grateful for the show because it really just opened up my mind and my heart in a way that I've never really celebrated before. So my simple joy was heated rivalry from beginning until end.
Honestly, it was kind of one of my simple joys
Bless.
too. And on that note, stay cozy with.